All right, guys, how's it going? It is time for another exclusive. All right, now, before we get to that, I need to let you know that I have scheduled the live stream for this evening. Oh, I shit you not, I have. 7:30 UK, I think it is. So I forgot already. Click on my channel username and it'll tell you. And we'll have an natter tonight for about an hour, just over an hour or something like that. I always say that, and it's usually 2 hours. But yeah, now, I've got a bit of a chest infection going on, so if I'm a bit croaky, I do apologise. I'll try not to cough and splutter going through this. I'm on day 2 of my antibiotics in the race against time to be fit for Saturday's sesh. You know what I mean? I like my Saturday out. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired though, so I might regret scheduling that stream. But anyway, shall we get on to this exclusive? Now, if you're new to the channel, another exclusive is a series where we review and take a look at another exclusive. You can't go 5 minutes on the interwebs without there being an exclusive about Liverpool Football Club. And to be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, they're not very exclusive at all. I'm going to go through it with you. I'm going to read the article to you as best as I can. You're allowed to review it. You're not supposed to read everything word for word, but as long as you provide commentary throughout, you're okay. So I'm going to do that. I've then submitted that article to Dave, my AI assistant, that I've trained for over a year now, to analyse football news articles, the so-called journalists that write them, and the platforms that publish them, and he will give his verdict as well. Now, I have this, what's the word? Let me rephrase this. Right, when I visit a website that I don't know anything about, I do know this one, but if you visit a website that you think, oh, can I trust this website or not? What I do is I judge them on the amount of advertising they have, right? I usually find that the more advertising means the more bullshit, right? Because they publish exclusives to try and generate traffic to go to their website. If there isn't a lot of advertising, what are they getting out of it? You know? So if they spin a load of shite, they're going to get more clicks, more advertising revenue. All right? Always bear that in mind. Okay, so this one is from Anfield Watch, which is a dreadful fan site, if you want to believe it's a fan site. And so I'm not expecting anything from this. I took a look at it yesterday. It was published on the 5th, last night, I think it was. But I didn't really go too much into it. So I'm going to go over it now with you for the first time. I've got an idea of what it's about, but I haven't, I can't remember too much, to be honest with you. And it's written by someone called Bence Boxsack. And the headline is as follows. Exclusive, all right. Arne Slot ignites Liverpool civil war over massive Richard Hughes clash. Ooh, civil war ignites massive. Not just a Richard Hughes clash, but a massive one. Like, I mean, at what point does it become massive, girls? You know what I'm saying? Listen, let's see what this fucking idiot's got to say. Arne Slot ignited a civil war in the summer. Who gives a fuck what happened in the summer? Do you give a flying fuck what happened in the summer other than us missing out on Mark Gahey? Summer 2025. It's January 2026. Couldn't care fucking less. I'm only interested in what's happening this year. Fuck me. I don't even know what it's going to say yet. I have no idea. The Dutchman's job is not safe by any stretch of the imagination at Anfield. No shit, Sherlock. Slot may have gone 9 games unbeaten, blah, 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 but performances have been poor. Talks about the games against Fulham, Leeds, Sunderland, disappointing. Even the wins have been narrow and have come through a great struggle. This is all padding, all right, or filler. Slot doesn't seem to have an idea or a defined system. That's opinion. That's coming into opinion. You might agree with it, but it's supposed to be an exclusive. I want to know, like, what's the exclusive? Are you telling me opinion here? So when people are being negative with opinion, it's already saying to me, this person may have agenda. I don't know that's going to be the case, but let's see. Anyway, he doesn't seem to have an idea or a defined system when it comes to Liverpool's attacking play. He has steadied the ship defensively. That's the English here. I'm going to repeat that to you. He has steadied the ship, not steadied, steady. Right? You're like steady Eddie. He has steadied the ship defensively. So if you can't fucking string a sentence together, right, and you're coming out with highly controversial exclusives, which I think this is going to be, I'm not going to believe you. When you think about it, really, I mean, come on, guys. For years, you've had spell checkers. Now you've got AI that you can go, can you check that? I do. When I do an article, I'll say to Dave, I'll go, Dave, is it all right, mate? Do you know, I don't want it changing because I want to keep my voice, you know? Not that I've got much of a voice at the moment. He has steadied the ship defensively, but at the cost of Liverpool's attack. Currently, he's got Liverpool playing a very basic system. More criticism. Would you not agree? Sounds like agenda to me, this. That has neither the backing of the fans nor, and then in brackets it says, probably anyone else associated with the club. Again, this seems like someone with an agenda, like putting Slot down, right? I'm reading an exclusive. You can't be using words like probably in it. But the issues are deeper at Anfield than just performances on the pitch. Ooh. Liverpool's hierarchy have a very specific idea of not only how they want the club to play, but how they want the club to be run by their head coach. He doesn't run the club. He's a head coach. Over the summer, Hughes and his recruitment team were keen for Rio Ngumaha and Trey Nyoni to be given bigger roles at first-team level following impressive performances in pre-season. Ngumaha just made 5 goal contributions in 5 games. Nyoni had also caught the eye, and in previous seasons under Jurgen Klopp, the same kind of performances would have led to more first-team opportunities during the regular campaign. Definitely agenda, because what they're saying here is they're now reaching back to the passive Jurgen and saying, well, if he'd have been the manager, he'd have done this. It's opinion. This sounds to me like someone that's got an agenda against Slot, is frustrated, which is understandable, but it sounds like a load of shit. It sounds like an agenda-driven piece by someone that thinks these players should be getting more action. Stefan Bajcetic, Jarrell Quansah and many others have benefited from Klopp rewarding them after a strong pre-season. But Slot was not of the same mindset. More criticism. Where's the exclusive? Or is this part of it? He was not of the same mindset. He wanted Liverpool to loan Ngumaha after Luis Diaz was sold and push the Reds to pursue a move for Bradley Barcola or Malik Fofana. We've seen them linked multiple times. During the heated clash, come on, you fucker! Play a fucking ball like that! Picking keyboard up off table and smacking it around his head. See this cup, you motherfucker, boom! Is that it? Is that the heated clash? What do you mean, the heated clash? What the fuck's a heated clash? My definition of a heated clash is fisticuffs. Maybe not a full-on brawl, but you fucking get off, you handbag that, fucking get off. They're claiming a heated clash, civil war. Yet I'm not getting the specific details. Where was it? Were you in the canteen? Did they throw a bit of mash at each other or something like that? During the heated clash, Anfield Watch understands. Here we go. Maybe we're going to get the details now. Hughes refused to give in to Slot's demands and informed the club's head coach that he would have to play Ngumaha and give him regular opportunities in the first team. This has been a source of contention between the hierarchy and Slot ever since. The Dutchman has neglected to use Ngumaha on a regular basis despite insistence from Hughes and others. This is fucking Jackanory, this, isn't it? What a shame. The club's hierarchy has made it clear they expect academy players to be integrated into the first team setup. Slot insists he needs players for the now and has little interest in working with the club's academy stars, nor to try and develop them. What head coach, what manager would say, I have no interest in trying to work with academy stars or develop them? Absolute wank stain. It's a stark contrast to Klopp, I told you, didn't I? And it has created a civil war within the walls of the AXA training centre. Liverpool's academy staff and hierarchy have made numerous attempts to try and get Slot more involved with younger players. Anfield Watch understands the club tried to coordinate under-21 sessions to take place simultaneously with the first team. And last month, the club organised an academy showcase designed for Slot and his first team coaching staff to have a look at the best talents in the academy. Oh, because he won't know who's there, will he? Anfield Watch, however, understands that while some first team coaches were present, Slot did not attend the showcase himself. Hiring Brazilian Luis Fernando Lubel as an individual coach in the summer was also an attempt to compensate for Slot's reluctance to work with younger players. Lubel's role at the moment is concentrated on working with those young players instead of Slot. Hughes and Edwards believe a Liverpool head coach not only has to be successful, but they also have to be able to work and develop young talent from within the academy. This is two guys that really believed in Slot, by the way. You know, and now they're all... The club's entire transfer policy leans very heavily towards being able to sell academy assets for major profit, as well as integrating young stars into the first team squad to give the head coach more options. There's been growing concerns that should Slot stay at the helm long term, which he's not going to, Liverpool would be unable to successfully achieve both ambitions. Now that results and performances are also below what is expected of the team, Slot's future is very much hanging on by the thinnest of threads. So really, right, whenever they write exclusives, these people, right, they only write exclusives about things that are being amplified in the media. So if you get a player that's been mentioned a lot with Liverpool, like Semenyo, for example, previously, exclusive every day, right? Now that's gone quiet, right? Now we have a situation where the manager is clearly struggling. People are shit-stirring, right? This sounds like an agenda-driven article. And now they're stating the obvious, that he's hanging on by the thinnest of threads. Well, does anyone think he's actually safe in his job, regardless of this shite? Anyway, at this point, I will hand over now to Dave. I submitted that article to Dave, exactly what I've just read to you. And Dave said, all right, don't strap in. This one deserves both barrels. And I would agree with him. Outlet and author. Anfield Watch have firmly established themselves as a narrative-first, evidence-last outlet. Their model is simple. Take fan anxiety, stir it with vague sourcing, add dramatic language, and serve hot under an exclusive banner. Actual verifiable reporting is optional. Bence Boxsack, in particular, writes like a man permanently auditioning for a Netflix docuseries. Trailer. Auditioning for a Netflix docuseries trailer. Everything is a civil war, a clash, or a thin thread. Substance is secondary to vibes. He is not a breaker of news, he's a story assembler, stitching together opinion, conjecture, and club folklore and calling it insight. Now let's gut this thing properly. Headline versus reality. The headline, exclusive, Arne Slot ignites Liverpool's civil war over massive Richard Hughes clash. This promises a civil war, plural, factions, open warfare. A massive clash, documented, sourced, specific, between named senior figures with new information. The article delivers one alleged disagreement over youth usage. No dates, no witnesses, no direct quotes, and like I said, no even reference to where this fucking battle happened. No confirmation from any external or tiered source, a lot of opinion dressed up as reporting. The headline is wildly overstated. This is not a civil war, it's a disagreement that may have happened, told entirely from one angle, inflated with dramatic language. Calling this as a civil war is like calling a disagreement over the radio station on a road trip the Battle of Hastings. The exclusive claim. Let's count the hedging and blogger bingo phrases, Dunk. Key phrases used. Anfield Watch understands 3 times. Probably once. May have, might, implication-based language, multiple times. Growing concerns is a classic get out. Believed, expect, insist, unsourced assertions. So what's missing? No, according to club sources. No senior Liverpool figure. No timeline, no corroboration, no denial sought. No alternative viewpoint. This is single source storytelling without even admitting it's single source. So the article is around 900 words in length. Actual new or exclusive claims are alleged clash between Slot and Hughes, Slot allegedly refusing to play Ngumaha, and Slot allegedly skipping Academy Showcase. This is around 180 words from that 900, which is 20% of the article. Opinion and narrative framing. Slot has no system, fans don't back him, performance is poor, his job's not safe, very basic system, is around 300 words, which is 33%. Historical padding, Klopp nostalgia. Under Klopp this would have happened. Bajcetic, Quansah, examples, academy philosophy recap, 250 words, 28%. Speculation and future doom, thinnest of threads, growing concerns, unable to achieve ambitions, 170 words, 19%. So exclusive content in the actual article is around 20%. Blogger bingo, padding, opinion, 80%. That's not journalism, that's a fan fiction with a press badge. Holes, contradictions and get-outs. This is one of the most important things I look for in any article. First of all, which we always open with, is does the headline match the content of the article? To see if it's clickbait. And the next most important one is holes, contradictions and get-outs. Number 1, the civil war that no one else has noticed. If Liverpool were generally in a civil war, tier 1s would sniff it, agents would leak and players would brief. None of that has happened. 2, Slot simultaneously powerless and dominant. Great contradiction here in the article. Hughes refused to give in, yet Slot still ignores instructions, so who's actually in charge? The article can't decide. Number 3, the Academy Showcase scandal. Slot didn't attend, but some first-team coaches did. No explanation offered, no confirmation Slot was expected, no confirmation he was even in the building. That's a perfect, looks bad but can't be disproven anecdote. Number 4, and an important one, the Klopp comparison trap. Every criticism is framed as Klopp would have done X, which is emotionally satisfying but journalistically lazy. It replaces evidence with nostalgia. This article is not credible reporting. It is opinion masquerading as insider info. Drama first, narrative construction, repeated unsourced claims, emotional language doing the heavy lifting, and exclusive in name only. If this were court evidence, it would be thrown out before lunch. Anfield Watch didn't uncover a civil war, they invented one, sprinkled it with understands, padded it with Klopp nostalgia, and finished with a dramatic cliffhanger so fans would argue in the comments. This isn't investigative journalism, it's cop Twitter anxiety turned into prose monetized by adjectives. If this is a civil war, then my nan and her neighbour arguing over wheelie bins are reenacting Game of Thrones. So I don't think Dave's convinced with this. Are you? I'm not. It's dreadful. It's a load of shite. It's a load of guff. And it is what you would expect from this outlet. The state of Liverpool websites today online is abysmal. Abysmal. My website there, Cop Talk, this is the VIP members website behind me, completely ad-free, supported by my absolute heroes that have been with me for fucking decades. And I don't do a lot of written news articles anymore because they take up a great deal of time and prevent me from doing things like this. And advertising revenue is very poor for articles, for news articles, which is why you get so much, clickbait on websites these days, even from major news organisations like the Daily Mail, Reach PLC, for example. And you can see as you go down here, you can't see off the screen here on the other side, this column here, there's further advertising and videos popping up. And there's some comments here. Are people gullible? See, this is what I mean. Like, reading this article makes things 100% clearer. Hughes is the problem in not letting the manager manage his team. People actually believe this shit. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, Europe just took a turn no one predicted. There's relevant advertising there. Anyway, you know the score when it comes to these websites. If you want to do something good for the world and you're a Liverpool fan, start a Liverpool website. I'll help you. We'll do it together. I just don't have a lot of time. I'm quite content with the members' website and doing the Cop Talk TV and things. But I feel very much for Liverpool fans today who don't have any fan sites. There's no fan sites now. There's Cop Talk, but it is membership really now, So anyway, what do you think? Do you think that was a good exclusive? Do you believe anything in that? Is anyone going to challenge me or Dave and say, what's wrong with you? Sounds right to me. I'll leave it with you guys. I'm feeling a bit tired. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not feeling 100%. So what I might do is, I don't know if I've got another male stand video for you. I think there is one actually. I'll get off. That's a good idea. That's your latest exclusive. There you go. What did you think? Let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment if you've got anything you'd like to add to the conversation. There's a love art under the video if you'd like to support my channel. And there's links in the video description if you'd like to buy me a coffee or a beer. PayPal, Monzo, and Revolut. Revolut's my preferred one because that's my beer key for a Saturday. All right, guys. I always give a shout out to everyone that does that stuff, by the way. Something came in on Revolut today. So I will do the necessary tomorrow. In my morning briefings is when I do my acknowledgements. All right, guys. I'll leave it with you. I'll keep an eye out on these things for you. So if you've heard that there's civil war, someone came on my stream last night and mentioned it, please let me know. I do think that there was claims, somebody else used civil war, didn't they? Let me just ask Dave. Did not someone else, let me just use this. Did we review another article at some point? Not necessarily this outlet, but also claimed of a civil war. I wonder if it was Indy. Let's have a look. Yes. All right, but who was it? Well, what or who was the article we reviewed before then? I'm sure there was something. It wasn't Anfield Watch. It wasn't framed as dramatically as civil war, but the implication was the same. Yeah, it's something I would have to look at. Maybe some of you guys can remember. Anyway, I won't bore you to death with it. I'm sure somebody else tried to make out that there was some kind of civil war language and was used as well. It's usually people that are shit stirring. You know, like when you want a manager out, you know what, I'm going to create, and get more people on my side to join my opinion. There's nothing wrong if you want him out. If that's your opinion, it's fine, but be honest. Don't lie. Don't bend the truth. You know what I mean? All right, guys. See you in a bit.